Day 3. And way over there is Mexico. Oh my goodness. Looks like everybody's coming in. There's a carnival ship. I don't know what those ships over there are. Cozumel.
Packed up at the cruise terminal today. Or racing Carnival. Maybe his pilot boat's slower.
Wow, look how blue. We're in Cozumel. Hey, we're in Cozumel.
We're in Cozumel.
Crazy, huh?
It is. Crazy town.
Crazy.
Brozone.
So, which is part of the identity of the island. It's been like that since Mayan times. You want to learn about that. But with that said, friends, all the services are coming from the mainland. Every single thing that you saw in the downtown came from the mainland. Cars, clothes, groceries, the medicine, food, everything came in a cargo ship from the mainland. 1, 2, 3, 4 square columns in the frontal part related with the 4 cardinal points. Once we get close, we're going to see 2 round columns. Round columns are the representation of one of the most important concepts of the Mayan civilization. I am talking about the balance. Up, down, left, right, mama, papa, sun, moon, light, death. When we all take a shower, we have hot water and cold water, right? Those are opposites. And we want to mix them until we find a balance for us. We all have a different point of balance. Humans are way more complex than that, but that's the idea of balance. Behind a door, this short, Mayas were short, but not this short. So why having a short door? The ruler is going to be behind that little door. He's going to be sitting, poker face, feathers, makeup, big muscles, and a six-pack, because he's the ruler. He must, right? Now, anyway, you want to visit the ruler, the size of the door is pushing you to down. You have to be respectful before you get inside, right? Inside, my friends from here, can you see that there is like 2 squares over there inside that building? Those are ovens. So we have ovens, mortar and pestos, a road connected with Central Plaza. Conclusion of archaeologists, this is the place to get ready for the rituals, like a backstage. All the musicians, percussions, all the smell of the resin getting burned, right? All the flowers, feathers, makeup, the sound of the conch, like all this sound, getting ready to walk straight to the Central Plaza. So when the Spaniards came here, friends, in the 1517, the short version of the story, they went with the Aztecs, they won the war against them, they came back and we mixed with them. The mix between a Spaniard and a member of the ancient culture, friends, it's called mestizo. Mestizo. All Mexicans, we are mestizos, but we're mestizos from different backgrounds. I am a Toltec descendant, which means that my ancestors were coming from the central part of Mexico. Now, Toltecs, well, Mayas were well known because they were smart. Created or used the concept of zero for the very first time. More than 17 calendars or combinations tracking the movement of Venus, Mars, Saturn, Moon. So they were well known because they were very smart. Toltecs, we were well known because we were handsome.
Time to get that picture.
Check this out. I have Aztec body features, or Toltec, which is our neighbors. I have eagle nose. I don't have to shave. You see, I shave once a week. I'm thinner and taller. If I show you, for example, my arms, you're gonna see that I don't have like a lot of hair on my arms. You see? So this is more like Toltec or Aztec. I am a mestizo because my last names are both from Spain, but I don't know Spaniard. I'm Mexican to the bone. But what I want to say is that I have influence from all these ancient cultures, and also the most representative things of this country, friends, Mexico, are mestizo. Mariachi, look for musicians in the 1500s in Spain, you're going to find the clothes of mariachis. Tequila, distillation coming from Europe, plant from here. Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, skulls, flowers, colors from the ancient cultures, but the cross of the Catholic Church on top of the altar. Mestizo, it's a mix. So Mexico is the consequence of the mix of these traditions, right? Now, this is the real entrance of this place. This little arch. So, my friends over there, maybe you are not gonna come to see what I'm gonna describe it, and maybe you can turn around later and see. But check this out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 on the top. 7. 1, 2, 3, and 4 sides. 4 times 7 is 28. How many days in the cycle of the moon? In average. In average, 28. How many days in the cycle of fertility of women in average? 28. So Mayans realized that moon and women are connected, and that's why they represented in the same idol. Goddess of the moon, goddess of fertility is the same, goddess is shell. Now 7, it's important for a lot of people. 7 chakras of the body, 7 days of creation, 7 deadly sins, 7 colors in the rainbow, 7 days in the week, 7 musical notes, 7, 11, 7 up. Important sevens, right? Have you heard something about the number 13? Number 13 is that for a lot of cultures, but not for the Mayas. 365 days makes a year in average. Divided by the 28 days of the cycle of the moon, 365 divided by 28 is 13. We have 13 months in the moon calendar. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, 6 on the other side, and 1 on the top, 13. Now, 7 and 13 are attached to the moon. We already learned that. And I told you that in the Mayan world, everything has an opposite, and opposites are unificated. What's the opposite of the moon? Sun. Exactly. Have you ever heard about Chichen Itza? Maybe some of you. Chichen Itza is one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, 5 hours away from here in the core of the peninsula of Yucatan. It's a very hot place that is far away from here, but that's the biggest civilization, or the biggest city of the last part of the Mayan civilization. The name of the city is Chichen Itza, and the name of the pyramid is the Castle of Kukulkan. Kukulkan is the feather snake. You already learned about that. So now, 7 and 13 here. 7 times 13, I held you because it's hot. 91. How many steps do you think we have in that pyramid? 91 per side. 4 sides. 4 times 91, 364. And the platform on top, 365. That's the sun, right? So they were connecting all these things through numerology. So this little arch, believe it or not, is attached with that big pyramid somehow. And the reason is because of the sun and the moon, that somehow we're opposites, but at the same time we're strongly unificated.
Is it warm enough for you?
Pretty warm. It's a hot day in Cozumel.
Yep. What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty cool, actually.
Cool. It's hot.
It's well, the weather's hot.
Yeah. It's actually,
Presentation is interesting.
it's probably not that hot temperature-wise. It's just the sun is really close to you right here. Mayan dog.
He seems totally
Was such an interior of one of them. Its use could have been residential as well as ceremonial.
The upward red handprints represent the sun,
Thought to have been the house
power.
of the
Big lizard.
Is that real?
Oh. So you go up there and stick your hand in there and see if it bites you.
Yeah, how about not? He's not even. Oh well, no.
He's moving.
He's moving. He's real.
No.
original hand size, everybody. But if you think in its blood, the color, they making it with a tree bark. And to make that special ochre color, they added the ladybug.
ladybird.
That makes that special color.
We're walking over this other structure. I noticed these things looking there. Kind of cool.
See shapes. Too big.
So have you ever asked yourself how humans knew what should we eat from the jungle and what we should not even touch? Any idea? Trial and error.
Animals.
Yeah, exactly. Both are right, right? Animals. you need to watch the animals. Anytime that an animal is eating something, you're gonna get close to that and you're gonna use your senses to figure it out if it's safe or not. That was no deception with the cocoa beans. The Mayas were, just taking a break, sitting down in the jungle, and they were looking around, and they looked a couple of monkeys that were raised, right? Hitting the chest, shaking the arms, jumping in the trees, and then the Mayas were wondering like, what's going on with these monkeys? And then after watching for some time, they realized that they were actually eating cocoa beans. So it happens that they were climbing in the trees, they were grabbing the pods, breaking them to get a sweet part that is covering all the cocoa beans. Now, if you go and try it straight from the pot, you're gonna have a very bad day. You know why? Because it's gonna be, first of all, tasteless, and also it requires a fermentation process to be digestible. Now, how the Mayas require or how to learn about fermentation? Well, I already told you that the Mayas never had or that transportation with wheels, so they were walking. Imagine I am collecting 900 cocoa beans from the trees, and then I'm gonna put them inside a basket, and I'm gonna seal the basket, and I'm gonna be carrying those from the Chiapas to the peninsula of Yucatan, and then rain is gonna happen. It's gonna be maybe a month of walking, and maybe at least 3 times during the month, rain is gonna happen. So they're gonna get wet. And what will happen inside? Fermentation. First person who didn't know that, maybe he had a very bad day because he was just arriving to the destination, breaking the seal, opened the basket, and he was like, oh, I think I messed it up. How can I fix it? I cannot put 900 cocoa beans in the garbage. And maybe he thought, maybe I can roast it. And that was probably the first person who felt the smell of chocolate for the very first time. You're gonna come to see the seeds later on. When they finish with the presentation, in the desk, they have all the ingredients. So you can get close and you can actually ask to touch one and you can see how it's printing your fingers, red color. Listo?
Achiote. Achiote. All right, here we go.
Enjoy, ese cómodas, welcome. Hola Enrique, ¿cómo estás?
Pues,
Excelente. Buenos días. Amigos, chocolate. Thank you very much. Gracias.
You know what?
what?
Gracias, amigos. Thank you very much.
Tastes like a protein
Watch your
bar.
step, amigos.
Like a protein bar?
Grab the handles.
Yeah.
Enrique's gonna tell you
Feels like a protein bar.
the way.
Yeah.
Tastes like Insurers milkshakes.
Enjoy. Buenos días, amigos. Buenos días. Ahorita se los
It tastes like a protein bar. It's good.
Sí, y no puedo.
Chocolate is very different than Hershey's, right? Totally different. So you even feel that it's crunchy. Those are the cocoa beans. So I know, as I mentioned, when it comes about food, or you love it or you hate it. But anyway, just for you to know, spoiler alert, you're gonna have the opportunity to try over 11 different flavors. So if you don't like this one, we have any that you will like for sure in the boutique. But for now, friends, I wanna give you, I wanna ask you to give a big clap for Roberto.
Buenos días.
So he was the one preparing this chocolate just a few minutes ago, and he's about to explain the process behind this sample of chocolate that you get. Enjoy the presentation. Gracias.
Gracias, Enrique. Muchas gracias. Amigos, I think about future, guys. Muchas gracias, Enrique. Gracias. Amigos, bienvenidos. So now it's time to make a chocolate. You like it, right? What's different? Probably what's crunchy. And you may ask, what's the secret of that chocolate? Well, we make the chocolate actually in this Mexican blender. This is the Maya 2000 model. Okay? The best Mayan technology, amigos. This is the method. Back in the days, it's been used for many civilizations like Aztecs, Mexicas, Olmecs, Toltecs. But the Mayas use this one, which is the limestone soil of this area. Also, we're going to use cocoa nibs, 1 hand of cacao. Step number 1, grind, and step number 2, mix some ingredients. So let's start, amigos. First ingredient, pimienta. This pimienta in our gastronomy, we use it a lot. We're going to use cinnamon. You like cinnamon? Yes. Perfect. The cinnamon, 1 teaspoon as well. There's another ingredient that normally we don't use. Right now we use it in a symbolic way, which is the achiote. Let's use only one. Right now it's symbolic, that's why I just keep it away from there. If you have it at home, use it. If you don't, no problem, amigos. Actually, you can change it with another ingredient like coffee, peanuts, almonds, hazelnut, or other ingredient, okay? Or brown sugar if you want. Now, 10 seconds, and we have here cacao powder ready, amigos. The Mayas mix it with hot water, and we have this. This is the chocolate of the Mayan culture, amigos. Looks like this. That's the powder right on the bottom. Mix it with the cinnamon and the allspice. And this is the chocolate of the Mayan civilization. The Aztecs changed a little bit the recipe, adding some extra ingredients such like spices or chili, chipotle, like this chocolate. The second part of the history, amigos, is Hernan Cortez. Hernan Cortez arrived and he tried that chocolate and he said, no bueno, the solution was sugar. So let's use a little bit of sugar, amigos. Normally I use a pinch, not too much, okay? Why? Because we're gonna use a lot of honey. You like honey? Yeah. We're gonna use 1, 2.5. Perfecto. It's time to mix all these ingredients together to make basically a Mexican Nutella. Now, amigos, it's time for the secret of the chocolate. And the secret is vanilla. You like vanilla?
Yeah.
Okay. The vanilla, amigos, the recommendation always said 1, 2 drops. That's okay or more? What do you think?
More.
In Mexico, we said más. Más? Okay, let's use 1 complete spoon and some extra drops. All right. Yes. Yes, amigos, that one is the secret, okay? Amigos, right here we have chocolate. Chocolate, amigos. That chocolate you tried at the beginning. I'm the Mexican Willy Wonka. Amigos, that's the way that we do the chocolate in Yucatan. And my question is, you ready for more chocolate? Yes or not?
Yes.
Excellent.
Those people saying it's hot, babies. They're weak. It's not that hot.
Not that hot.
Oh no, I've had worse. So what'd you think of the ruins?
Well, the ruins were cool.
Ruins were cool. What about the chocolate?
Chocolate place was cool.
Yep.
Learned
it-
how they saw the guy actually making it right in front of us. That was interesting. So,
And we came down to the beach area,
Paradise Beach.
Paradise Beach, and we found out what next year?
Oh, Royal Caribbean's taking over this beach. So.
Yeah. So right now Disney and everybody can come here, but next year it's going to be for Royal Caribbean only. Huh.
Goodbye, Cozumel. See you next time.